Welcome to Concrete and Campfire. I'm Arco, and this is our other host, Louis Lee. And welcome to the channel. And we got a special guest. We got a special guest tonight. Hope you guys enjoy it. And our channel is all about survival and bushcrafting and urban survival and EDC and knives and all kinds of crazy stuff. So you guys sit back and enjoy the channel.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm happy to be back on with you because, man, we have such a good time when we're on the show, and I'm out here in the wilderness. So anything that I can learn from you and Dwayne tonight will be a blessing.
I'm having a blast too because I was kind of worried at first, but now I got a bunch of shorts and a whole bunch of videos that we're going to be putting up, and it seems like every time I put a video up, our subs are starting to crawl up pretty quick. And I know we're only at like 36 subs today, but it's pretty awesome because I've got people contacting me from Brazil and all over the place. And they're like, hey, love your channel, just sub your channel, whatever. So I'm like, heck yeah, that's what it's about right there. We're reaching people, you know?
Nice. Okay, I got one of my good friends, man. This is one like my brother, Dwayne Mattox. He is a metal forge guy. He even taught, matter of fact, where is it? Right here. He even taught me how to make a knife. Me and him made this knife.
Oh man, that is sick.
That's out of a railroad tie. So don't act up because I got the stuff. Right. So Dwayne, man, good dude. Known him for several years and just love him to death. I'm gonna get him on. Man, Dwayne. What's up, Dwayne?
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Good to see you again. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up.
Well, my pleasure. And Louis, you didn't use my normal introduction. I always tell people you're my twin brother. So
yeah, right.
You guys look a lot alike, man.
We do. Yeah. You ought to see us side by side. It's hard to tell who's who. He's a little bit taller than I am. He got blessed. So
just a smidget. So Dwayne, we just seen each other at SEMA, and always a pleasure to see you, man. You know, you're my dude. And so me and Arco started this podcast, and I was like, man, we gotta get Dwayne on because not only are you ex-military, you're into different survival things. So I wanted to bring you on and just pick your brain on what you know and do.
All right, yeah, my pleasure, man. And that word you were looking for before, you said somebody who messes with hot forges. That's called a blacksmith.
There you go. Blacksmith. Okay, I gotta write that down.
Yeah. And it was really good having you out to the forge and working with you to make your own knife. That's always great when people can make their own. It's pretty cool when somebody gets to see how you can take something as hard and permanent as steel.
I need that.
Kind of form it the way you want to. To me, that's always been the really attractive part of it. This is take something that solid and make it look like that vision in your head.
Yeah, it is really it's kind of therapeutic too.
Very,
metal and getting to that rhythm, which I never got to the rhythm because I'm a slow learner, but Dwayne stepped in and got me straight.
Yeah, it takes a while to pick up. Trust me. My first day wasn't pretty either. So yeah, you did good.
We love doing that kind of stuff, like blacksmithing, whatever. We have I wouldn't say it's a forge, but we have, we do a lot of forging and stuff in our shop, doing a lot of antiques and stuff. But we mostly mess around with like car bodies and whatever. So a lot of the sheet metal, but we do mess around with building knives and nothing fancy as yours, bro. Ours are like crap compared to yours. But we make knives and just kind of mess around with it. It's just a hobby for us. It's not a full-time job or nothing like that. So. But man, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. Like you said, you get into a rhythm with it, and it's like it clears your mind,
Oh, definitely. There's I guess a zen to it. You never leave the forge mad. Never. Okay. One, you take out all that stress pounding on that anvil. If you can spend 8 hours in the forge, man, you're calm as can be when you leave.
I bet I got more hammers than you, though.
I don't know. I've got quite a few hammers hanging on there.
I think I have a hammer for every job we do, like all my metal shaping hammers. So they're a little bit different than forging hammers.
Yeah, for your shaping hammers, you probably do have quite a few with that. I have a little weird tick that I collect wrenches, antique wrenches.
Yeah.
I bet I've got 30 of them. And I don't know why I never use them. They just get put up for display, but that seems to be my little habit, collecting old wrenches.
Well, I got some for you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
So what got you into forging?
Well, probably like most kids growing up, watching TV, I always loved the shows, most guys anyway. I loved the shows that had the knights in armor, the swords, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess what made me a little different is I couldn't afford any of that stuff. And there's no way to buy that. There wasn't then. You couldn't buy swords, so you had to make your own. And what started with little wooden swords when I was a kid just kind of grew up into blacksmithing. I wanted to be able to make my own stuff.
Nice.
I got lucky enough about, had to be close to 30 years ago, where I lived at the time. There was a master blacksmith, was maybe 10 miles from where I lived. And he did public demonstrations every weekend. So for about a year, I showed up and bugged him, and he'd have me carry the coal over to the forge or go get water. I just hung around and kept bugging him. And after about a year, he said, well, shit, I guess you're going to stick around. Grab that hammer over there. And he started showing me some stuff, and that's how I got into it.
Nice.
And do you build strictly knives and swords and blades, or do you do like hammers and other stuff?
I haven't done hammers yet. I want to. That's probably going to be my next venture. I want to make some Damascus hammers, but I've done a lot of ornamental stuff. I have done guardrails for people, handrails. I did one for somebody that had a place in Chattanooga. They had a live wood, what they call a live wood handrail. So it just looked like twisting branches.
Yep.
And I made the railing for it, the metal part that actually gets bolted down. I made that look like vines with leaves on it. Right. So I've done some ornamental, but with my twisted brain, it usually ends up being a weapon of some kind.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You can't have too many.
You're in Tennessee or no?
No, I'm in Georgia, North Georgia.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I'm about, if you drew a line in between Atlanta and Chattanooga, I am right dead in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. I'm up on the Canadian border in Big Falls, Minnesota. So
shit.
Way in the blues.
Too cold.
Too cold.
I can't do that. I'm a Southern boy. No. Every year when it gets cold, I keep asking my wife, I'm like, you ready to go to Puerto Rico? And she won't go yet, but I'm hoping.
Yeah. The weather getting crazy. On my way over to Vegas, we were in Idaho, and Arco, you're close to me. Just come on up to see us. So I was like, no, it's cold up there, bro.
You heading to warm country, not cold.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We got Bill Cameron, Wayne Reynolds, Taylor from the shop, David, Matt the Scrap Whisperer, the Fabric Cobbler. Everybody's on here right now. That's cool.
Robert,
thanks for showing up, you guys. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, thank you, Joey.
Thank you, guys. We can't.
I didn't want to mention Joey.
Oh, sorry.
We can't see any of their comments in this one, Louis.
Yeah. I'm gonna put them up right now.
Yeah, it's weird because Dwayne, sometimes people say, hey, I can't see any of your comments, and other times they're like, hey, there's all the comments.
Oh, I got it now. Yeah. I had to go over to comments.
Okay, you got it.
You got them though? Okay.
Holy
shit. Because it's got private chat and then it's got comments next to it or whatever.
Yeah. So. Well, see, here's the sign of getting old. I hate these damn things, but just in the last year, I've had to start wearing these stupid things. I hate them. But
how old are you?
I'm 60.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to put those all over the house. So you'll have.
I bet I've got 15 pairs of them lying around this house. 2 of them out in the forge. Yeah.
So let's jump into your military background a little bit. If you want, if you want to mention it.
Yeah, that's no problem. I was an airborne ranger in the mid 80s. I spent a lot of time down in Central America. That whole deal that was going on with Nicaragua and Honduras, we were kind of involved with that. So yeah, we had to do some jungle stuff back then, but that down there's a whole different world than up here in the States. That is a true jungle.
Right. So give us something that you've learned from being in that jungle that could help us here in the United States if we had like a natural weathered, thing going on where we're stuck and it's like the jungle.
Yeah.
Or even a survival skill that you learned over there,
One of the first things that comes to mind, if you are a smoker, you're in trouble. Because you don't think about it, but when you get out somewhere like a jungle where the smells, everything is so natural, you could smell a smoker from miles away. And that's how we targeted most of the people we went after. You could smell that cigarette smoke, and that very quickly earned you lead poisoning. So
yeah,
it was very easy to track people like that.
So that's a good thing to think about. Even here, like say we had a hurricane or a tornado and it tears up the whole town. Well, all those senses, like you're just saying, will be higher, elevated. So even for animals to find you, animals might be looking for you. They can smell you. So the things you got to think about, keeping your food closed up and not out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when you go into fight or flight mode, your senses get heightened anyways. When you're scared or you're out, somebody's chasing you or whatever, I think your senses go way up, where your smell, your taste, your hearing, everything just like lights up,
You kind of, so I guess kind of based on what you guys have said, it would be a good idea to try and put yourself in some of these situations, because a lot of people, when they're first put into it, I remember seeing guys coming into the jungles, and the first time they hit it, they would be just fucking worn out the first day. And it's because that, what you were just saying, that fight or flight, that fear kicks in, and at the end of one day, they're just spent
because your adrenaline's rolling the whole time.
Oh yeah,
right?
And you can't do that all day.
Yeah.
So the more you put yourself in those situations, the more you're able to think rationally.
Yeah.
You can't get upset. You can't be afraid. You can't be angry. You have to kind of detach yourself and think very logically in that, because very small steps can lead to you dying. I mean, hell, down in Nicaragua, there are bugs that'll kill you down there, much less, snakes and animals. So if you're jumping at every corner, you're going to have a hard day.
And a lot of people freeze up with a real hard hit. Hard hit of adrenaline. They freeze up. They don't even know what to do. Right.
Yeah. And thank you, Bill Cameron. I appreciate that. He said, thank you for your service. So, yeah, you'd see it. I mean, out of a Ranger unit, we went through a lot of training, tons of training. It was almost a full year before I went into the regular unit. So you go through all that training, and it helps some. You're not just raw off the street. So it helps you a little bit, but it's still a lot to take in as a human being. None of us were born into that kind of stuff. I came from a very small town. I had never seen anything in the world. I damn sure had never had anybody shooting at me. So, it's new. You don't know until you hear that, you hear that little bee whizzing past your head. And,
yeah.
I think Lewis and I both have, because he's from Youngstown, Ohio. I'm from Stockton, California. So
there you go.
Yeah. I've been shot at lots of times, man.
You know what I'm talking about, that little bumblebee whizzing past you.
Oh, yeah. It is not fun. I'll tell you that.
We were on the train tracks one time and we got shot at, and actually the rocks were coming up and hitting us. you know, from the ricochets or whatever. We didn't get hurt, but I mean, for 4 or 5 days, we had big old blotches on our face, you know, it looked like we got shot with a shotgun or something, you know?
Yeah, that's terrible.
I got hit twice while I was down there. I finally got out. I said, I'm hoping the third time's not their charm. So I better find something else to do.
Yeah. Well, God was with you. We appreciate him keeping you around. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, somebody was looking out for me. So I'll give you my little introduction to just what a story I tell about military humor. And if you're in welding, a lot of welders are like this, and a lot of welders are veterans, but military humor is very different. So the guys in my unit always said I was a big baby because I would pass out every time I got shot for a couple of seconds, you know. So every time I got shot, I'd pass out for a second or two. And the second time I got hit, I was hit up here, and it went in and out, but it laid me out flat, knocked my ass out. And when I start opening my eyes, one of the other sergeants was squatting over my head, and he's looking in my eyes, and he's very serious, and he says, "Sergeant Mattox, I don't think I'd go to sleep with my mouth open around these guys." And I'd just been fucking shot. So that's military humor for you.
Yeah. Something you'll never forget.
No. Hey, that was a long time ago, and I remember that as plain as today. Yeah.
Wow. So me and Arco I was up at Arco's car show, and we were talking about EDCs and things like that. And that's how this came a podcast. Is, you know, we both love this kind of stuff, and we like living a little bit longer than the normal person. So we're trying to teach each other, you know, things that we know.
Yeah.
So right now we got to check your EDC. What is your everyday carry? Like, what do you have on you right now?
Oh, I don't have anything on me right now. I'm sitting in the house.
Okay. Okay. So what's your everyday carry? Like, what would you?
So I carry one of my own pocket knives that I've made. And I've got a little Ruger I always carry in my pocket.
That's what I'm rolling right now.
Little 380.
Cell phone too?
A little Ruger.
Yep. Same thing. Same exact thing.
What is that, a 380 or 9mm? What is that?
380.
380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Single stack. Is yours a single?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's single stack. It's thin enough to fit in the back pocket. It's comfortable. You know, it's enough if you really have to have something.
Yeah.
Little belly.
I get to the big stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to ask this, your EDC, like if you broke down somewhere, you're on the way home, do you carry a get home bag, a bug out bag or anything like that? Or an emergency car kit?
Yeah.
Or...
in my truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got, my wife laughs, but I've got everything from an axe to a shovel to you name it. And I've got enough ammo. If I'm stuck overnight, I'm okay.
Yep.
But that's, you know, that's the paranoid side of me. I can't, I've been that way since the military.
I wouldn't say it's paranoid, bro. There's a lot of people like us, you know, I wouldn't say prepper either. It's just people that have common sense that, you know, if something happens, they're prepared to take care of themselves and take care of their family, you know?
Well, I always remember a cartoon when I was growing up, and it was Foghorn Leghorn. And he had just gotten blown up and all his feathers had fallen off of him. And he said, "Fortunately, I keep my feathers numbered for just such an occasion." I always try and keep my damn feathers numbered. You know, I got to know where my shit is, have it all in the right spot, everything.
Yeah. So anybody in the chat, we got any questions for anybody?
They're having a good old conversation.
Yeah.
I like
these are all
45.
Friends and family right here. They're always ripping on each other too. So get used to it.
Yeah, I would love to carry a 45. That's probably my favorite pistol round. They're just too big for me to carry in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And when I'm dealing with customers, I work for Miller Welders, and a lot of times I'm with customers, and I can't have a big hog sitting on my leg. So, you know.
Yeah. So I usually carry a full size 9mm, but it got cold out here. As soon as the sun went down, man, it got cold. So I put on sweatpants. So that's why I threw the little pocket one.
Some of the coldest I've ever been's been in the desert.
Yeah, it drops fast. As soon as that sun hits the crest, boy.
Oh yeah.
We were actually talking about that a couple of weeks back on one of our shows. Is people think that you can get hypothermia when it's freezing and snowing and whatever, but you were talking about in the desert, you know, it could be 80 degrees out and you're sweating, or 90 degrees out and it dips 40 degrees that when the sun drops, you know, 30, 40 degrees, you're going to get hypothermia. You're going to freeze your ass off, you know.
Arco, you got some buddies at your shop, don't you?
Yep.
I see that popping up. Asking for Chris. He wants me to hit you next time. Hey, we got some good Miller fans. I'm glad of that.
Oh yeah.
Friends don't let friends use Lincoln. Okay. Just
there you go.
So do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't. Nope.
What about if you don't mind me asking your social media, would you tell everybody that way if they want to check it out?
My name on Facebook, Dwayne Mattox, and Iron Demon Forge on Instagram. And anybody that sends me a friend request, I accept.
Yeah.
Just, well, you know, as long as you're not the women doing the fake thing.
Yeah.
Trying to get OnlyFans.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions for Dwayne? Dwayne, any questions on the topic? Let's say that.
I don't care. We can talk about any one of them, but yeah.
I've been actually changing around my EDC, Lewis. My everyday carry, changing around a little bit. Got a different knife in my left pocket today, and I put my Swiss Army knife on some fire quarters, like we were talking about, with my whistle. I have a little survival whistle or like Wayne Reynolds calls it, a rape whistle. But I always carry my necklace, and so I have my fire steel, and then I can slide my whistle on there, and I made it where I could pop my Swiss Army knife on there now off my side, you know. Yeah. That way, when I walk around in the woods, I got all my stuff right there with me, you know.
Oh man, I probably need to go grab them. I still have the knife I carried while I was in Central America.
Oh, I'd love to see that, brother.
And for me, it's a big kukri.
Yep.
So for me, that's the ultimate survival knife. It was not the highest quality, but it lasted me. And I'm sure if that knife could talk, I'd probably be in prison, but it was a hell of a knife. It's heavy enough you can use it to clear branches if you have to. Still small enough you can use it as a personal knife. So yeah, for me, that's, let me go grab that real quick.
Please. That'd be awesome.
So Arco, look what I found.
Oh yeah, where was it?
Okay, so the sweatpants that I have on right now is the ones I was wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm laying here on the couch, and I'm gonna put swivels on my seats in the bus. So I just happen to be looking over at the pedal stool. I'm looking, and I see some letters on the side of my seat. I'm like, the seat don't have no letters. Man, I leaned over, man. It was my flashlight. It fell down in between the brace and the seat. And the only thing was showing was these, you know, those letters. I was like, oh, there's my light. Man, I've been upset about this light, man, for 3 weeks.
So you got me carrying something kind of, you know, that style. Woo, that thing's sick.
That's the one that carried me through all of Central America.
And that's a vintage one too, no?
What I was talking, that's a good thick. Yeah, I love that. I busted the handle probably one of the second times I used it. So I wrapped it with leather and then clear coated everything.
Oh, it looks nice.
Put some sand in it for a good grip. But that old knife took me through a lot of stuff. Still has a great edge on it too.
Yeah.
If that thing can tell stories on.
Ooh, I'm glad it can't. You were talking about everyday carry, so this is God, it's dirty, so you can tell I use it a lot, but this is one of my knives. I don't know if you can.
That's sweet.
So it's just a friction folder.
Yeah.
Really
like
old design, I like the old antique stuff. 1095 steel. You treat it right, it'll cut through nails if you want to. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there's one. That's another one I made.
So my wife collects knives. So Dwayne hooked her up with this one.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you sell it for? How much?
I just sell these for 75. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of the brand that they make. They're pumped out by a factory, but there's a brand of those knives. I cannot think of what they're called. Of that style, like the friction folder knives like that,
Well, I haven't seen any friction folders on the market. That's kind of what got me.
Well, they're hard to find, though. They're hard to find, Dwayne.
Yeah, they're such a great design.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to go wrong. There's nothing to break. And these things, the more you use them, it's like the wood kind of forms to the blade. So the more you use it, the better it feels. They're just something about a good handmade blade to me.
And is it like a Scandi grind, or is that a full what grind do you have on that?
So I've just got a bevel grind is all I use. It's the blade's flat, small bevel grind on the edge.
That is sweet. Beautiful knife.
Thank you. Well, this one's a little dirty, but hell, I use it all the time. It's like a mechanic that his car's the dirtiest one in the shop,
Yeah. So
it's not sitting in a shelf somewhere or a display,
Oh no, that's the first one I ever made, so I had to keep it.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I was at Walmart the other day, and I've been toying with carrying a fixed blade and the folder.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to spend a lot of money on the fixed blade until I tested it out a little bit. So I bought this one. This is at Walmart for $7.
Wow.
Right. So that's about the size knife I want to go with.
That's a nice, yeah.
That's sweet.
I mean, for $7, and I really bought it for the size and see how it fits in my pocket. I'm gonna make a nice sheath for it because
I got to get one more. Hang on, I got to show you. You'll love this.
Check it out, Lewis. I just picked this up at Menards the other day because I had that the one that I showed you, that Mora, that little short Mora, and I was like, I'm gonna start trying different sheath knives and see if I like it. This thing is so thin. You put it in your pocket. I actually forget it's in my pocket. And it's got a super crazy lock in the sheath when you put it in there. It's got a really, really hard detent. But this thing's pretty cool. And I got it for $10 at Menards, man.
Yeah.
How thin that thing is. And it's a good size knife,
Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry this around. I'm going to make a nice sheath for it that fits in my pocket. I'm going to carry this around for a little bit to see how it feels. And then go from there. Maybe I'll get one of the knives that you were talking about.
Awesome.
So I've got one that's made by it's a Russian. It's made by a company called Kizyanar. I'll have to spell it for you, but this is their Raven.
Oh, wow.
You can see I haven't used it.
Oh, I know what that is.
But
that's sick.
This is the knife that has been carried by the Spetsnaz for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Got the little strengthening band in here. This is the most unbelievable fighting knife I've ever seen.
And have you watched the tests that they do with that knife right there?
Yeah.
You cannot break them.
Unbelievable.
They're crazy, cutting through cinder blocks and everything, man.
You can imagine in communist Russia, for someone like the Spetsnaz, if you're making something for them and it breaks, you're going to have a hard day. That's not going to go well for you if you sell them something that's, Oh, so somebody asked, do you call them Gurkhas or Kukris? So that's a good question. Bill asked. So Gurkhas are the people who carried them. The knives are actually Kukris. All right. Huh. So Gurkhas are the humans from that region, and they carried Kukris.
Okay. I've never heard that before. I know what a kukri is, but I didn't know what the Gurkha was. So.
Yeah, and they were pretty badass. The one story I remember of the Gurkhas, the British at one time told the Gurkhas that to go on this mission. They had like 50 of them. He said, to get to where we need to go, we're going to have to jump out of some airplanes. I need 5 volunteers. And it took a while, and only about 3 guys volunteered. And the commander couldn't believe it because Gurkhas were known to be the most bloodthirsty, violent fighters, right? And he went up and he asked one of the volunteers, he said, what's going on? Usually you guys can't wait to go fight. He said, well, some of us don't mind. He said, we'll go. Said, all right. So he takes the 3 over. They go to the airplane. He says, well, come this way. We got to get you fitted for a parachute. And then the officer said, what's a parachute? So they thought they were just jumping out of the fucking plane, and 3 of them actually volunteered.
They're ready.
Yeah, that's hardcore people. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that Matt said his dad fought with him. I'm sure he has some good stories if he fought with the Gurkhas. They were kind of like England's terror troops. They just sicked them on whatever they wanted destroyed.
Kind of like the SAS or something. All.
Yeah, they were pretty rough. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon and Mo, I just seen your message right there. I haven't got that knife yet, bro. Man, the messages are coming in faster than I can read them.
Nice.
Yeah. So now that I'm sitting out here in the desert, I got a new leather machine a small portable one. So I'm going to be making all my leather stuff here out in the desert. So I'll be making knife sheaths, holsters, bags, all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind if anybody needs anything.
I can't wait to see what you make, that leather sheath for the one you're holding in your hand there.
Yeah. I might work on something tomorrow on this.
Yeah, I got to send you some of my Viking knives, get you to make some sheaths for them. Maybe I'll send you one of each. That way you can make some sheaths for them for me for next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Do you obviously you go to like knife shows and stuff like that too?
I haven't, but it's just because I don't have the time. I really don't. Between work, I love going to SEMA each year. I blacksmith every time I get free minutes. And then when it's warmer down here, I'll go to festivals and stuff and do live demonstrations. So I just don't really have a lot of desire to go to the shows and see everyone else bragging about their stuff, I mean, I'm sure it'd be interesting, but I can pass on some of that.
I got a question from Joey.
I don't see it. What was it?
Wait a minute.
How hard would it be to do what you do with one hand? Are you talking about forging, Joey? I think he's talking about like forging knives and stuff.
Oh, it would be almost impossible. I don't know. I'd have to really think on that, because you got to have something to hold the metal while you're hammering with one hand.
Right.
You could always hammer with one hand, but you'd at least have to have a good assistant, I guess, to hold the metal.
Yeah, because you're moving it all the time. The metal.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it, Louis. It's really a joined movement. So I'm getting as much stuff out of the left hand, moving the hot metal, as I am out of the hammer.
I think he's asking, and I'm speaking for you, Joey. I hope this is right, but I think he's asking because he has one arm, and obviously he's handicapped, but he's always doing different projects and whatever, and he doesn't have a wife or nothing like that, so he's single. He's at his house all the time doing projects.
Does he have anything? Does he have anything on the other arm? Any way to hold something?
No, he was in a bad electrical accident and lost his arm. So, and I believe it's like he's got just pretty much right here, above his elbow. Yeah,
that would be tough because you've got to have something to hold that hot metal. But get a power hammer. Yeah, you could do it then.
Mm-hmm.
You get a power hammer, you operate it with your feet, so you could hold that would do it.
And there's a lot of like online and stuff, a lot of power hammers that you could build on the cheap too, you know?
Oh yeah, get one with the wheels. Yeah, and these guys ain't cutting him any slack either. Joey has jaws of steel. Yeah. So Matt asked if I use propane or coal. I learned on coal. The blacksmith that taught me wouldn't let us touch propane until you understood how to manage a fire and things like that. Start your own fire. But it's hard to get coal around here. The previous administration damn near outlawed coal. So I just went on to propane. It's a lot.
Propane has a lot of different, it gets hotter and stuff too, doesn't it? Where you got to be careful where you don't burn up your knife or whatever.
No, propane's easier to control.
Oh, okay.
You can get a coal fire up to welding temperatures over 2,000, depending on how much air you put in. It's just a little harder to control. Right now, I just went to something called a ribbon forge. So it has forced air into it. Yeah, and Heidi put on there, she saw the post I did with the new forge. Hell, I love it. It'll get hot quick, and it only uses, for example, my old forge, which is just a normal ambient air forge. I would have to run it about 20, 22 PSI of propane. The ribbon forge, I run at 1 PSI.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, and that forced air, and it gets hotter quicker with that. So,
is it like 4 burner or something like that, or what's the deal?
No. So the burner has a bunch of it's got 24 holes in the burner. It's like a brick almost. And it's got a bunch of small holes in it. So all those holes have flame coming out of them.
Right.
And with the forced air from the fan, all the heat is fuel and air. So if you increase one of those, you can decrease the other. And the forced air really puts some heat to it.
Can you put up the shop's comment there, Louis, please? Yep. So he was saying there's a farmer here in Saskatchewan that has no arms and drives truck and runs his own farm with his feet, that's crazy, So,
I've seen a guy. One of the amazing things with millers, a lot of times we go into other shops and things, and Henderson Motorsports. And I think there was a show about this guy was on Netflix at one time. They did a special. But one of their engineers had no arms. He designed, modified his own car, drove it with his feet, drove into work every day. He did 3D programming on his computer, and his arms were, I think, from birth. He had nothing coming out at the shoulder. And he did everything just fine. Drove himself into work each day.
That's wild. I mean, it depends on how hard a person wants to work or how much they want to make things happen, Yeah,
there wasn't no excuses in this fella. He was tough now.
Let's see, Matt.
If there's a will, there's a way. Exactly.
All right, here's another one from John.
What's up, John?
Oh, running an air gun with his feet. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Honest Paint and Speed Shop. That's Dad Chad right there. So
I can't walk through the house with no shoes on. I can't imagine using my feet to work on stuff. So so Dwayne, when I was in your shop, man, he has a nice setup where everything's in place and everything, and it's a place that where he lives, it's like you can go out there and just be in peace. You know what I mean? Just like go out there, turn the forge on, and listen to the animals, the birds, and go to work, man. It's really, really nice setup.
Yeah, my nearest neighbor's over a mile away. I am way out in the sticks, and that's how we love it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But it really is. I know it might sound cheesy, But I can go out to that forge, turn that thing on, the ringing of the anvil, working on that stuff. It's almost what I imagine a lot of people describe as religious. It frees your mind completely, for me anyway.
No, that's the truth, because I got a lot of stuff going on in my head. And when I get out there and start building panels on cars, I start running the English wheel and the plenishing hammer, and I got my earplugs in, and then I'll put earmuffs over for the plenishing hammer and stuff. And the music's turned up, and I'll just sit out there for hours building panels for cars.
Yep.
And build a fender.
Yeah.
Yep. You just kind of go away, man.
And I see Midnight Custom asked, how do we order one of your blades? Just if you get with me on social media, that's all you need. Dwayne Mattox on Facebook, or Iron Demon Forge on Instagram. Okay.
Sweet.
Right on.
Oh, so for anybody here that needs a website, I'm also doing my social media website company, my media company. So if you need a website, let me know, because I have time to work on it.
Yeah, I probably need to think about that.
At least get you a storefront, where you can people can order and stuff like that. So reach out to me if you need anything. See, diesel's kind of expensive, more expensive than I thought. So I need to get back to the East Coast. So I got to start making some stuff to get back home.
So are you going to do any, are there festivals and stuff out there you can do with your leather work?
Papa Squirrel just, they messaged me. I guess there's Arizona Rim Fair going on right now.
Nice.
And that's for what? They have knives and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah. Well, it's like they have knives, swords, all that stuff. Anything leather.
Oh, okay. So it's like a rendezvous kind of thing or something.
Yeah, like a
Renaissance fair.
Renaissance. There you go. Yeah.
And it's
awesome.
I have. Oh God, I shouldn't say this, but why the fuck not? It's also a good excuse for fat ladies to show off their breast. Yeah.
And we see a lot of those.
Yeah, some of them would hurt you.
when we were at his house, we went to a Renaissance fair. Really cool.
We went to the Georgia Renaissance Fair. It was the main one. Yeah,
the big dog. Yeah. Hold on, somebody's car horns beeping. Let me make sure it's not mine. Hold on.
Somebody's breaking into his Jeep while we're in here talking. So if you don't mind me changing the subject for a minute, our show is based on knives and weapons and survival and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I kind of got sidetracked. But I wanted to ask you, either in the military or in your personal life, if I'm not being too personal by asking this, have you ever been in a situation where you had to use your get home bag, your bug out bag, or your EDC that you carry on you? Have you ever been in an emergency situation where you had to use that stuff?
Yeah, in the military, I have.
Yeah.
So when we were dropped in some places down there, you were 30 miles behind enemy lines. So it's not like you can just go back to the truck and get something. You have what you have on you for 2.5 weeks sometimes. That's it. That's all you got. You're not getting anything else. You can't go to a store. You can't borrow something from someone else. You got what you brought with you. And that's probably what formed my habits for everyday carry, and why I keep a lot of the stuff I do in my truck and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only way you stay alive there. So those things really become ingrained in you.
And was you were in the jungle, obviously, but was it hard to come across water in the jungle?
So that jungle did have quite a bit of water. You just had to be careful what water, because all of it was
that's purified, obviously.
Yeah, and we drank a lot of shit with bleach in it.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't always have a fire to purify stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really hit or miss. You had to be really careful. And we had the Army, even then, we had purification tablets. But they were kind of rough on you. You take too many of those purification tablets, and you're going to be stuck behind a tree for a few hours, you know.
Yep.
So here's a question. If you have to boil water, how long do you boil it? Do you bring it to a boil and it's pretty safe, or?
Yes. Yeah. Once you're getting the bubbles up out of it, you're good.
I've always done it a rolling boil past 2 minutes, a strong 2 minutes somewhere in there.
You're
if
not
it's
wrong.
If it's nasty water, I'll boil it for like 5 minutes straight, you know.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is I almost died about so it'd be probably 15, 16 years ago, I guess it would have been 17 years ago, whatever. I got a stomach virus from water doing survival skills, teaching class and whatever. And I must have drank some water that was bad or not purified enough. And I got so sick. It was like having cancer. They actually gave me the same crap they do with cancer. I forget what they call it. Chemo and all that crap, you know. It made me so sick. And and I actually didn't even know I had it, but I got real sick. And I mean, my stomach was messed up. And when I say messed up, I mean my insides were coming out. It was bad. And not to be gross or nothing, but I was at the hospital one day, or the clinic, and this lady came in and checked me, and she says, "We're going to go down your esophagus. We're going to take a sample of your stomach." And when they pulled me out of that room, they said, "You're going in for chemo right now. You're not even going to make it. Like if we don't do this right now." Yeah, so it was bad. It got real bad, you know. And ever since that, it was like, okay, now when I boil water, it's gonna be a long time. Because before I'd just boil it, let it roll, and then let it cool, and then, you know. But that stuff could mess you up, man. But if you could say,
we would do both. Okay.
Yeah,
we would use the tablets and boil.
Right.
Because there are things down in Central America they don't even know about to this day. All right. I saw shit down there you don't see on National Geographic. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't be too careful with something like that. And drinking like that has probably killed a lot of people.
Right. And a lot of it is just, I think they were killed by, you know, a lot of those people were probably killed just from dehydration, you know?
Well, I don't think they had too many with dehydration in the jungle.
No, I mean, like when you get sick though from
drinking water,
and then you got diarrhea and you're throwing up and all your liquids are coming out of you, you know?
Yeah. Now we could set up, if you're in one central location for a little bit of time, you could set up catch basins. So you set up like a rag that has a little dip in it. It's a rainforest. So 2 minutes after you get in it, everything's wet. Everything. Your clothes are soaked through. Your shoes are soaked through. Everything on your body is wet. So collecting moisture was not very difficult. 99% of the time, that's going to be clean. You don't drink anything that's been sitting in a jungle. Yep. It's deadly. You just took that.
You've got mosquito larvae and all that crap.
Oh, God,
and, I mean, like in here, you would have like beaver fever from the beavers. You got, you know, there's so many different parasites and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Bill Cameron was asking, can you still get the where'd it go? I still get the purification tablets. Yeah, you can get those.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. And they probably got stuff a lot better because keep in mind, guys, I'm old as shit. So I was in the mid 80s. So I'm sure they've got a lot better way to do it now.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of fancy new water filter systems too now.
Yeah.
Which I don't really trust those. I still would boil my water even if I was going to do that, man.
Yeah, you're never wrong if you boil it, if that's an option.
Yeah. So I have to ask too, like if you shelter, fire, water, I'd say those three, what would be your most important out of everything?
Water.
Okay.
100%.
And that's if you're in a jungle setting though, no?
Any setting.
Yeah.
Having a good source of water is critical. So a human body can go sometimes, if you're in good shape at the start, depending on your output, you might go 3 days without water.
Yeah.
Probably 2 healthy days. So if you spend your first day when you're dropped in an area locating water, you're okay. If you don't, it becomes critical very quick. You can live without sleep for a longer period of time. You will get naps and your body will take little quick breaks. You can go a long time without sleep. You can go months without food if you have
Yeah.
to, but you can't go without water.
That's one of the things as I taught in my survival classes. I showed people that you can go without food. Oh, I mean, to me, it's kind of indefinitely. Like you can, as long as you could fill your stomach with water every single day to the point of almost throwing up, your body has water. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I've done 2 weeks by myself where I haven't eaten a single thing for 2 weeks, and all I had was water all day, every day.
As long as you stay hydrated, you can comfortably go a month without food. Now you're going to drop calories, of course, but you'll survive. And you go without water for 3 days, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it. So for me, water is always the most critical.
And now, I was sorry to interrupt, but I always thought, like, for me in a setting like here in Minnesota, fire to me would be most important here because you could boil your water, you could use it for heat, all that kind of stuff. So,
well, we didn't have to worry about needing heat.
Yeah.
In that type of environment, and I was never in cold environments, thank God. Heat. My opinion would probably be different in a different environment.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you kind of have to weigh your environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, like, if a person was to set up a bug out bag or your everyday carry bag that you're going to carry with you, obviously, if you're going into Minnesota, your bag's going to be different than if you're going to go into Florida or Paraguay or whatever these places are. These different, the desert, completely different,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so everybody's bag's different. You can be in Arizona, North Arizona, where it snows, and different than the guy in South Arizona.
Yeah, and I put my survival skills up against most people, but I have to be honest. If we were talking about surviving in Alaska, I might have some trouble. I've never done that, and I don't even want to. So if we go through another ice age, I think I'm old enough to say bye. I don't want to be that cold again.
Right.
You wouldn't like it here then. It gets cold.
No, I don't know why you people live there, to be honest.
I'm with you.
It's nice here. Right? It's like super comfortable. It's 22 right now outside. So,
God, that just gave me cold chills.
And then, I've seen it where it's,
Miller's up north. It's based out of Appleton, Wisconsin. And they're great people up there. And I always ask them when I go up, I'm like, you don't have to stay here. They will let you move.
Right.
And it just blows my mind that they stay there year after year.
On purpose.
Why would you do that?
Arco posted a video and he's out in 10 below zero. I'm like, why are you still there?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Love it here.
They'll walk into the factory in Wisconsin. Of course, there's some big old boys, but they'll walk into the damn factory. It's 20 degrees and they got shorts on.
Yep.
Like, you are out of your mind.
Yeah.
Robert Stoltz says Florida is as cold as I want it to be.
I'm with Robert. Yeah.
Oh man, love you, Robert. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I've been to Florida before, and it was hotter than piss and sweating, humid, and nasty. To me, it reminded me of some kind of jungle deal. I hated it. I don't like that humidity.
I'll take it anytime.
I'd rather it be 50 below zero here right now, and I'd be like, "Whoa, this is nice,"
In a muscle shirt at minus 30 outside. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yep. Well, I've said that on our channel before. Is like it's when it's 20 below zero, it's like summertime here. I'm outside with a t-shirt, man. As long as you got gloves on, it's fine. Because it's a different kind of cold here too. Like when I lived in California, it could be 30 degrees and you're freezing your backside off, And here it could be 20 below, but it's a real dry cold. So super nice.
Still, if it's not even warm enough to have a temperature,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be there. I mean, if you're going into minus shit, you're not supposed to have humans there. That's nature's way of saying leave. Go elsewhere.
That's what,
I like that saying.
That's great.
hi, Yukon.
Hey,
Gosh, since we met you in 2020, and ever since I've been like, that's my
yeah,
buddy.
it's been a while.
It is.
It's gotten longer since then.
It
I think.
has,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
wider.
This has been a fun show. Yeah. Really
Yeah.
fun. I'm in the house being annoying.
Why you gotta talk about me, Heidi?
Sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it gets pretty chilly here. I guess I was born in it though, so
Yeah, that
I
makes
introduced him to things like choppers, which are leather gloves with wool mitts on the inside. And at first he was like, "Hey, and he wore them once.
You cannot be here when it's that cold without choppers.
I'll tell you a funny story. Something I learned in Appleton. One of the first times I had to go up there, we had to do training on engine drive welders. You know, the big generator welders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy running the training, you know, I came up from Florida, so I've got everything I traveled with on, and I'm freezing my ass off watching. We're outside, and I am just shivered, and I can't hardly follow him. And the guy looks at me and he says, "Why didn't you wear your flannel jeans?" I said, "Dude, I'm from Florida. What the fuck are flannel jeans?" He pulls his jeans up and shows me the inside, and they're lined with flannel. So guess what's hanging in my closet?
Yeah.
I got some
flannel jeans. Yeah.
Yep.
My best friend that grew up here lives in Appleton, and she's like, "It's always nice here." You know,
well,
that's where she's
they're not raised right.
30 years.
Yeah, they're not raised right.
No, you have to go another like what? Oh gosh, it takes her 9 hours to get here. So and it's northwest.
I have learned, don't drink with anyone from Appleton.
Yeah, don't do that. No.
You are a beginner compared to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. That's a professional sport there. They don't play around with that.
It cracked me up when I moved here to Minnesota with the cold and everything. And people, they always ask me, they're like, "So you like moved there on purpose?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What is wrong with you, man?"
Yeah.
Kind of like your thing, you know you can leave, right?
Yeah. You don't have to stay there.
No, it's nice though. There's nothing like walking outside when it's 40 below and like everywhere you step the ground crunches because it's frozen. Your feet are frozen. It's beautiful.
You can take water and pour it, and it doesn't even hit the ground.
It's only if it's pour water.
Yeah. When it's not warm enough to have a temperature, you are not meant to be there.
Exactly. I'm with you.
But yeah, I even have a special 40 below hat. Like it's weird because you'll see people come out in Big Falls that don't even come out of their houses ever. And it's 40 below, and you see them at the post office. You're like, what are you doing?
We got some guys from damn Western Canada on here, huh?
Oh yeah, they get cold up there.
Shit. Yeah, but I've always wanted to go there. I have to make sure to go in the summer. Everybody tells me that's like going to the old West. That it's
If you don't get carried away by the bugs, you know.
Yeah.
well. So my only experience with Canada, I've been up there a couple of times, but it was to Quebec. And I've been told that's not a very good representation of Canada. So
yeah, Toronto's pretty nice.
Hi, Robert.
I think I'd like to see that Yukon area. That looks like it's really
beautiful here, brother. It is beautiful.
You're not in the Yukon yet.
No, but up this way is gorgeous. Like it's really
It
pretty.
gets prettier. You go north, it just gets prettier and prettier.
Yeah, I got hooked here, man. It was like I was headed to Alaska, and I got here and hung out with my dad for a couple of weeks, and I was like, "This is home, man. This is where I'm staying." You know, never left. And then I met Troublemaker, and
you ain't leaving, right?
Yeah, it was over.
But like I raised my kids, like you're talking about being a mile from everybody, and I raised my kids it's interesting where because it's 17 miles from the nearest town and 2.5 miles. It's at the dead end of a dead end road. So it's 2.5 mile road and it's at the end of the dead end road. And we did have neighbors, but you couldn't see or hear them because of all the trees.
That's good neighbors.
A mile. Yeah. And that's where I raised my kids. And if we didn't want to see like people, either went inside at 2:00 when the mailman came by, or we just didn't look. And that was how I raised. I mean, Hawken was 5 when we moved there, and then we had Aurora, Chase, and Aspen while we lived there. And I think Aspen was 5 when I moved up here. So
y'all got grandbabies there?
Yeah. No, he has 2.
You ain't going nowhere. That's why.
Kids locally.
Yeah.
He's only been here 12 years almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one, and she's 4. So we're not moving either. We're not leaving the grandbaby.
Yeah, he's got 2 kids that came here from California because they just fell in love with it, and it's a different life here. It's
a lot slower, a lot easier. Yeah. You don't have to,
watch your back,
hold a gun in your shower when you're trying to take a shower. You can walk across the street, grab your mail, and come back without getting mugged, shot, raped, stabbed, killed, ran over.
See, the difference is right now people are keeping guns in the shower with them because it's deer season.
You might see one out the window
while you're in the shower. Yeah.
I'm not even joking. My son knocked the screen out of his bathroom window inward to shoot a deer a couple years ago.
See, that proves to me that there are rednecks everywhere.
Oh, my kids are
rednecks.
All my kids are rednecks. Dwayne, I just changed on my personal profile, not the business profile, but I just changed my profile picture, and you can see my redneck clan.
Yeah, that even sounds like a Jeff Foxworthy joke. Like if you've ever looked out a window in your shower to shoot a deer,
you might be a redneck.
Dwayne, his name is Hawken. That should tell you enough.
There you go.
Yeah, we named him Hawken, and people are going to tease him, and they're like, no, they won't. Well, it turns out he ended up being 6'2", 260 pounds, and he's the sweetest boy until he's not. He's just a doll.
That's how good people are. But
his sisters are the ones you want to be scared of. Aurora and Aspen, they are the ones you want to watch out for.
But, being out in the country, I think it does make you a better person. Yeah. You get so many people in some of those cities. We're just not meant to live that close to each other.
I think what happens is you end up shutting down because you don't know who's coming up on you.
Yeah,
you don't know
exactly.
Who's behind you don't know who's next to you, and you just kind of shut down and go in your hole. And then
you get one asshole, and it makes everybody against each other.
Yeah.
And and it's just the opposite. Being raised in a small town, everybody learns to work together. Even, you have a basketball team. You pick your teams up here. You have a tennis sports team. You play with what you got, and you can be successful if everybody knows how to work together. And we've done that our whole lives, and we taught our kids that way. All of us did. We used to play these big city schools with the school where my kids went to school. And one time we were playing a school, and it had, they had 250 kids at their elementary school basketball tryouts, and they're talking to our coaches, and we had just beat them. And our coaches are like, and they're like, we had this, and we practiced 4 nights a week, and our coaches.
That's everybody that showed up.
Yeah, exactly. We practiced on Tuesday, and this is who wanted to come. But they know how to work together, and that's a small town thing. Like you do a function here, everybody works together, and so it's kind of the complete opposite. We're isolated geographically. Would you say?
Oh, absolutely.
We have more community than in a town with millions of people.
So. Same here. Small little town. I feel bad. One of our guys watching said he lives outside Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
That's a dump right there.
Well, to me, that'd be like living in Atlanta. I just can't imagine that.
That's like California, Oregon, Washington. They've all turned into crap, man.
Anywhere in Orange County, it's just people aren't meant to be that way.
Yep. All right. Well, we got an hour. We got an hour in on the show, so we're gonna end it here. And everybody in the chat, we really appreciate everybody that's commented.
Thank you, guys.
And visited with us. Please share this after the show. Share the channel. Let people know what we're doing.
Please subscribe to the channel.
yeah, please subscribe, and that'll help us out. Get the word out to other people that might need help from us, or might be able to help us help other people. So we appreciate everybody's comments and everything, and we will see you in 2 weeks. And make sure you come back.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for taking the time away from your family and stuff to come on here and spend your night with us on the show. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.